What's going on, people? Anybody out there? Hello, hello. What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking? Let's see if anybody jumps on in here. Let's do some chatting. Let's do some chit-chatting. Hello, hello. Hey, Jim, what's going on, brother? I'm just out here. Brought my wife to a thing that she needed to come to for work. Whoa, something went flying. Uh, yep, sure did. I don't know where it went. Where am I headed? I'm not headed anywhere right now. I'm parked. I brought my wife to a event for work that she had to come to, and I'm just waiting for her. It's supposed to take like an hour. It started at I think 4:30. It's supposed to be done by 5:30. So, just kind of said, let me see if anybody's out there. And I think my knife just went flying. I don't know where it went. Yeah, I did. I mean, I'm not retired, not even close to being retired. So, but I did not work today because of the holiday. So, um, I was at home. I actually made a couple of deer antler beads. I don't know if you can see it there. I made that one and one more. It's at home. Same old steel Spyderco Delica. Uh, right now, so I have this. I just threw this in my pocket. Um, little Saudi Junior, the red one, American Workman. You can see the Teeners. And I think my Spyderco went flying under my desk somewhere. I'm carrying that Spyderco. What is it? The Para 3. Yeah, somewhere in there. And then for fixed blade February, I'm carrying this CRKT Minimalist right now with green micarta handles. Real small little fixed blade. I'm actually looking for a Spyderco Delica. Um, I got some knives that I may throw up for trade. I got a Buck 110. I think I posted it on my last video. Brand new Buck 110. I think it's a 2022. And man, do we really have 39 people in here? No way. Um, let me see my settings here. Uh, let's go to all messages. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not really buying anything right now, so things are kind of on hold after having to buy a new family car. So, new car payment, new insurance payment. Saul, no parking zone. I'm arresting. I'm in a parking lot, brother. Hope you're doing okay, man. Um, but yeah, I'm just here chilling, waiting on my wife to get out from this work event. Yeah, Jim. That's essentially what it is, man. Like I had to like I've been driving around that 2002 Honda Odyssey for since my second daughter was born in 2010. So from 2010, actually I shouldn't say I've been driving it, but we've had it since then. because that's when we had our second daughter, we needed a little bit bigger car, so we ended up buying that minivan used. It had like 80,000 miles, and it it still it turns on, but it's got some issues. I haven't taken it to the mechanic. I just didn't want to spend no more money on it. It's a 2002, so over 20-year-old car. Um, Carmen, ¿cómo está? I'm doing good. Saul, have a good one, brother. Um, but yeah, Jim, like essentially, it got to the point that qué bueno, Carmen. ¿De dónde anda? ¿De dónde viene? ¿De dónde nos saluda esta tarde? Um, but yeah, I had to get a new car, and essentially that's essentially where we were at. So the knife purchases are on hold for now. Um, no knife purchases until we figure something out, and then of course, like, we had to put full coverage on this new car, so our insurance went up. Everything goes up except for the pay at work, so it is what it is. But I hope everybody's having a good day. 15 to 17 years. That's messed up, man. I was trying to see if you can speak Spanish. Hey, man, I'm Mexican as it comes, so if anything. Now, my kids, that's a different story. So, uh, Jim, yeah, I mean, I've had. I think that minivan is probably the car that has lasted us the longest. I think it's almost at 275,000 miles, 300,000 miles. Um, I don't think I've ever given another car the chance to, you know, get us that much, but that one did. So Chevy trucks and SUVs, yeah. I mean, my favorite thing to like, I've had Chevy since I was young. I had a 1988 Chevy Cavalier that I ran until my brother blew it up, essentially. In like, man, what was it? It was probably in the late 90s, early 2000s. And then I had a Chevy S10. I ran that one till it gave no more. And I think that's right when we got that Honda Odyssey. Because I think I still had that little, I think it was a 80, no, it was a 90, 98, I think, 98 Chevy S10, the round ones. Hey, Justin, how you doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by, man. We're just here chit-chatting. Uh, I lost my pair of three somewhere in the car. Let me see if I can find it. Because I don't want it to stay in the car. Probably under the seat. '03 Silverado. Bought it with 130,000 miles. 3 years old. Owned 15 years. 265. No more miles. Yeah. Found it. There it is. Little pair of three Maximate. Um, Man, Jim, I remember my grandpa. My grandpa back in Mexico. He was a kind of, what do you call it? Um, he kind of knew about everything. He was a butcher by trade. So he always had, like, you know knives, not kitchen knives, butchering knives, and he was also a mechanic. Both, all three or four of my uncles pretty much were all mechanics. My brother is actually a ASC certified mechanic, and he specializes in suspension, but he does everything. He'll do engine swaps. He'll do everything. Um, but I remember my grandpa had a old, man, I don't even know. Hey, Jason, welcome in, brother. Hope you're doing well, Jason. We're just hanging out. I've been good about faking it, says Jim. I was an elevator mechanic in tech. Okay, well, that's awesome. That's cool. So my job, I've been in technology, IT for, oh man, since the early 2000s. Um, I'm going to say 2002, 2003, something like that. So it's been over 20 years, and it's funny because the same thing that got me into um, into technology is kind of what has gotten me to pocket knives and stuff, which is the simplicity of it. Um, I love technology because obviously it pays the bills, but man, the way that we're going, it's almost like I don't want to be dealing with technology. You know, I was telling some of the guys on our Instagram chat that if I could, I would go back to a flip phone. Um, I don't. If I could, I would go back to a flip phone. So, but you know, we wouldn't be able to do this if I was on a flip phone. Um, but yeah, yep, AI. I don't like that stuff, man. I do not like AI. I don't, as it is, and it's funny because if we have a smartphone and we can get on here and log in, and they already know too much about us, you know. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything. I'm a straight to the facts, you know. And essentially, if you have Facebook, Instagram, anything on social media, like, you're you're screwed. I'm not an AI fan. And again, just being in technology for this long, it's like you you don't want technology to take the place of, you and me. So, um, but anyway, we're just on here random live from a parking lot. I brought my wife to a work event that she had to come to today, even though she didn't have to work today. But if they say, "Hey, we'll pay you extra," um, hey, yeah, Jim, it's like they haven't watched Terminator. It's like, come on, man. 60s and 90s tractor, no electronics, no emissions. Yep, it's true, Jason. We just have on on the route of me going to work. Uh, John Deere just bought like 300 acres or something like that out there. Um, hey, James, what's up, brother? How you doing? Just on here talking randomness, uh, flicking spider coats and losing them in between the car and the or on the bottom of the car seat. Um, but John Deere just came out and they bought like 300 acres, and they have like a whole dealership of John Deere tractors. And apparently, from what I've heard, um, apparently they have like these, like, now they're connected to like the internet and all this other stuff. And they were saying that, like, I don't know, it's all crazy stuff. Like, almost like you can't even work on them anymore without them being connected to the internet or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably know more than I do about that, but yeah, that's essentially what it is. And it's funny because I was talking to my brother just the other day, and he was telling me that even in mechanics, like he's like I said, he's certified or specializes in suspension and I think he said suspension and steering or something like that. Um, that's where his ASC certification is at. But he was telling me that a lot of shops are no longer wanting to work on older vehicles. And the reason is because everything's computer based. So, like all the diagnostics and all the other stuff, which for him, he said it's good for him because he goes, not everybody can. He goes, people think, oh, this sensor is, saying this, and they'll change the sensor. Well, yeah, the error goes away for a few days to months, but then it comes back. He goes, the issue is, why is this sensor, you know, telling you this? There are autonomous tractors. Yes, you have to be a dealer to get computer work or on newer. Yep, that's what I was reading. And a lot of the farmer, well, out where I work, which is about 30 miles from Austin. I live about 15 miles from Austin, and then I travel another 14, 15 miles east, which is where all the farms and stuff are at. And a lot of the farmers are upset because John Deere went out there and bought that property, and essentially they're pushing those new tractors out to the farmers, and the farmers are like, nope, thank you, we're good. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure John Deere has their reasoning behind it, but it's almost like the whole electric car situation, especially here in Texas with Elon Musk being around here. um, like their market just plummeted because people started to realize, oh yeah, let me get an electric car. Well, Texas is so big that you cannot get anywhere with even with a full charge on the car, like at all. So people are like, man, forget this. And then there's no charging stations. There's nothing. Autonomous or driverless. Oh, dude, so like remote control, or they control them from elsewhere, probably GPS and stuff. That's crazy. Um, I mean, that's kind of cool, but that's crazy. Like your tractor's out there, doing all the work while you're at home. I don't know how that works. um, but but yeah, people started realizing that essentially some of these cars are essentially useless if you want to do long trips or anything like that. So because there's no charging stations out here other than the like your main cities, there's nothing, and if you know Texas, you can be in one corner of Texas one day and it'll take you 2 3 days to get through the other side because it's you know 10 15 hours. I forget the exact time that it takes from one side of Texas to go from one side of Texas to the other. But yeah, I don't know. One person can control up to 10 machines currently. Dude, that's crazy. Now, do they let like the owners, like the farmers do that, Jason, or do they have to do that? Because if they tie you in, Jim says later guys, wife, oh, you better go, Jim. Get you some supper, brother. You better not keep that lady waiting. Have a good one, brother. Who's texting me? The wife is texting me. Uh, but yeah, man, it's crazy. What was I gonna show you? Did y'all see? me reply to my wife real quick. Um, did y'all see the little bead that I made today? Deer antler bead. It's actually nice. It's a big boy. Okay, so it says the owners can control machines while they're working. I don't know about the rest of the time. Okay. That's still crazy, man. Like, again, that's kind of cool, but I'm pretty sure those things are not cheap. Thanks, James. Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy how, like, pretty and shiny it got, after I polished it and everything. Um, and I ended up having to stop after two beads because my wife came from the inside the house in the garage. Oh, goodness. Um, but yeah, after the second bead, well, actually, after the first bead, like I was finishing up the first bead, and my wife comes in from the house and she's like, "What are you doing? Like, what is that smell?" Back of the yard to work on them? Yeah, man. I told my wife, I said, I wonder if the park, we have a park like a block away from us. And I said, I wonder if the park has power. I'll take my little, you know, Dremel tool and all that other stuff and work on it over there in the park because it does smell. $50,000 upgrade, Jason. Whew, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I can definitely see why you're fixing the old ones, man. But yeah, no, my wife's like, she goes, you need to stop that. And like right now, she's on this medication that like makes her um, like her smell like really finicky. So she said, she goes, man, she goes, that stinks. And she's like started gagging and everything. And even my boys came out and they were like, Dad, what is that smell? And I was like, oh, it's just antler. But yeah, I'll probably have to go to the backyard or something, let the neighbors smell it, see what they say. They'll probably call the cops on me. This guy's killing, he's got a dead body in the backyard or something. Um, but but yeah, I was kind of happy with it. Like I've made some before, but I've never like rounded them up like this and like polished them. But then I saw uh what is it, Warrior Works, and he was talking about the way that he makes his beads. And on one of the comments, he kind of told me what he was doing and stuff like that, and how I can make it better. Um, I do need. I mean, I need a lot of tools, but probably not gonna get any. Man, we had like 40 people up in here for a little while. We're down to two. Um, but yeah, man. I hope everybody's having a good day. I just wanted to get on here real quick and just talk nonsense for a while. Um, Flick my knife for a while. And just as I say that, I can't even flick it. Um, for toggles. Toggles for what, James? Because I have some antler, like almost to like change like the switches, like toggles on the switches and stuff, or because I do have some antler at home that I think I still have the tips on them. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so kind of like a button type of thing. Um, I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I have whenever I get back home. I'll take some pictures and see if you. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Damien? How you doing, brother? Man, just hanging out. I brought my wife to a work event that she had, and I'm just chilling here in the in the parking lot waiting for her. She's supposed to be done by, I think she said 5:30, so got like half an hour. Hope you're doing well, man. Just figured I'd get on here, flick a knife or two. Check this bead that I made today, Damien. It's a deer antler bead. Grilled dinner. Yeah, man, for sure. For sure. Yeah, buddy. Like, this stuff stinks, man. Like I was telling the guys that my wife came out of the house. I was in the garage working on it. Uh, and she comes in the garage. She goes, "What are you working on? What are you doing? That stuff stinks." And I was like, I mean, I can smell it, and yeah, it doesn't smell good. But I didn't think it smelled that bad. Apparently, it would like the smell was getting all into the house and everything. Um, but yeah, it was just funny. She goes, "Man," she goes, "You need to take that somewhere else." I'm like, where else am I gonna go? Like, all I have is the garage. So, but yeah, so I did two of them and then I stopped. So maybe I'll do it in the backyard next time. Probably tomorrow after work. I'll probably do that. Sometimes I get home from work and I don't know what to do. So, but yeah, no, I'm just waiting here on the wife. So figured I'd get on and do a little live for just so I don't forget. Hey, David, how you doing, brother? Welcome in, man. We're just here chit chatting, flicking knives, and showing some deer antler beads that I made today while I was at work. I didn't have at work at home. I didn't have to work today, so um, yeah, pretty cool. Cool stuff. This stuff stinks. We were talking about the smell of it, um, but we're just here chit chatting, flicking knives. Got the American Workman. I just threw this in my pocket, to come out of the house today. Little carbon steel. Carbon steel? I think it's carbon steel. Yeah, carbon steel. CV is from the 2000s and before. Hey, Mike. What's up, brother? Just here chit chatting, waiting on the wife to get out from this work event that I brought her to. She had to, even though we didn't work today, she had this thing that she needed to come to, uh, about half an hour away from the house. So, man, welcome in, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Um, Damien, yeah. JC, I don't know if you saw. He just sent me. I think he sent you one too. He sent me one of the ferro rods, and I'm over here like, man, I'm gonna start a fire, and now it's hot over here in Texas already. Like right now, it's I don't even know, like 75 degrees or something. Um, but we'll have to make a fire for sure. Um, Antler bonus, really stinky material to work with. Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm gonna have to probably do it in the backyard or something, David. Um, just because, yeah, it smells like. While I was working with it, you can smell it, but I didn't realize how bad it smelled in the house, even though I was in the garage. So, um, a honing rod. That's right. That's what he sent you. I remember. I remember him. I remember you showing off the honing rod that he made. I actually need to get me a honing rod because I'm not one to. I think like you, Damien, like you were saying on the live the other day. He goes, man, I've tried and tried, and I'm not too good at sharpening. Neither am I. Like I've been practicing on some like beater knives and stuff, but I'm definitely not, you know, Neve's knives or anything like that. That dude is a Dayton fume extractor. Works well. Okay. Dayton, is that a Harbor Freight? brand, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he sent you a honing rod too, James. Yeah, yeah. No, I got the ferro rod, and again, like I was like, oh man, because he had texted me some weeks back. He goes, man, he goes, I'm behind. I'm gonna send you one. I was like, oh man, that's awesome. We'll start a fire, a bonfire or something outside. Dude, it's hot over here now. It's like I can't. I don't need a fire. I need AC. A Granger product. Okay, I remember. I know I've heard that brand before, Jason. Yeah, Damien. Heck no, man. And it's funny because I've been watching ever since he was on your live. I've been watching Neves, and dude, that guy can put a edge on a knife. Good grief! And I know Richter does too. So, um, but yeah, I'm talking about mirror polish finish on the edge of that blade. That's crazy. But yeah, man. I know Jim the Chevy wheelman was in here earlier. The diamond sharpening block from Harbor Freight is a decent pickup for sharpening for the money. If you're willing to spend a little more, the Workshop Precision Adjust Elite or Pro model is great. Yeah, David, that's essentially what I want. I want to see if I can save up and get me a Workshop, because I do use my knives, but I've been kind of getting away with just a steel hone. That's right, Mike. I remember you saying that. Um, I'm gonna have to go. We just got a Home Depot in our town, and I'm gonna have to go find one of those. $14 is not bad. I might go this weekend. Husky brand. Yeah, yeah. I remember you telling me about that. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely be getting more into sharpening. Um, there's so many things that I want, you know, but like I was telling Jim earlier, right now it's not the time for me. Like things are with getting the new car and more insurance and more everything. It's hard to go out and spend money. Got to take care of the family first, and then everything else will come when it comes. And for now, it'll be what it'll be. I get the Smith's Diamond Sharpener at Tractor Supply for around $10. Okay, Jason, that's good to know. I mean, these budget, little sharpeners, I'm pretty sure they're better than nothing. I think what I use on some of my knives that I practice on. I have this. It's like a little sharpening stone, like this big. It's got like I think it's a 800 and a 600, and it's like a little rectangle. I think I got it at Walmart for like $3 or something. I try not to use that too much. I do have the Smiths, the Trihone sharpener, which I have used for my kitchen knives. I haven't tried it on like my regular knives. So, David says, only problem for me is the nearest Home Depot is over an hour away. I have a Lowe's and a Harbor Freight that's like 10. Dude, that's the thing, man. Like with me, up until this, I mean, a few months ago when the Home Depot opened at my in my town, the closest one was probably about 10 miles, 15 miles away. One in Austin, and then like the next town north of me, which is Pflugerville. But now that it's right there, you know, it's right there. It's awesome that it's 5-10 minutes away, if that. But This is 6 inches of sharpening surface, coarse and fine. Okay. Insulin went up 200 a month. It's killing me. Whoo, brother. The other day, so my oldest daughter has eczema. She's had eczema since she was a baby. I'm talking about the patches on her face, her arms, everywhere. For a long time, we couldn't, you know, we just, we knew not to get the scented stuff or anything like that. But I think last 4 or 5 years, she's been on this shot that kind of, puts puts a, puts the like the itching and the sores and everything on hold. And our insurance, like we have insurance, we pay for insurance through our jobs for the kids, which isn't cheap either, but it pays out, especially for her, because that shot is like $3,000 for a month, I think. Yeah, it levels her out for sure. Um, but it's like 3,000 because it's 1,500 for 2 shots, and she has to take one every week. And um, we were only paying, well, with the insurance, and then with this like card that the company gives for, like, you know essentially low income, families or whatever. Like, you have to apply and how much you pay and submit a check stub and all this other stuff. So we were covered, so she wasn't paying for anything. uh, Last month we get a call, my wife gets a call, and uh Selsun Blue, yeah, she uses that stuff on her skin all the time, Mike. But it just gets bad, and then with all the allergies out here in Central Texas, like the cedar pollen and all this other crap, dude, it just flares her up. What's up, Tony? Arriba, 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 ándale. Um, she gets the flare ups, man, big time. And like the girl, like when she was a baby, we went and got her like the allergy test, like the pokey thing that they do, like on her. I think it was her back or something like that. She's allergic to like 99% of the list that they have. Uh, Peanuts, bees, grass, any kind of pollen, like you name it, that girl's allergic to it. Like, she don't go outside. She don't go. She never played out in the grass and in the yard because she would flare up. That girl. Now, this girl's also the one that was born. I think she was a preemie. She was like 7, 10 weeks early. So they say that that has a lot to do with it, which none of my other kids are, deal with any of that. So, but yeah, they had told us that it was gonna go up. We weren't gonna pay the full amount, like the 1,500 for the 2 shots, but it was like 500. We're like, dude, what the heck? So we ended up having is Bert in here? Hey, Bert, what's up, brother? Alert, allergic to shellfish. Mikey, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Man, everybody from the UK is coming in here. Mike must have name dropped over there in the sanitarium. I'm over here in the car. I'm waiting on my wife. I brought her to a work event that she needed to come to. Um, she started at 5:30, no, 4:30, and she's supposed to be done at 5:30. So just figured I'd get on here and chit chat for a little bit. Mike says I dropped it. Man, I appreciate you, Mike. Um, I was showing everybody the deer antler bead that I made today before my wife said if I don't stop, I'm gonna go live in the park down the street because of the smell. Um, that stuff stinks, really, really bad. But what everybody carry today? I just threw this in my pocket. I didn't really actually. Well, obviously I'm carrying it today, but the SJ slip. There you go. This one's from SJ Relics and Restoration, Steven. This was one of the first ones where he did like his antiquing on the slip. Uh, Pretty much a custom, not custom, but when he asked me what I wanted, I said I want a slip for a Sodbuster Junior. So that's what stays in here. One of my Saudis is always in here. Just happens to be the American Workman. Dude, Steven's a beast, man. Like this, yeah. I, I've tried I've tried to do leather and stuff like that. I would never, I shouldn't say never. But yeah, the man's a beast. In between this guy and some guy over there in Tennessee, I think his name's Mike, uh, Music City Leatherworks. GEC 32, so says Jason, GEC 32 Leatherman Wingman case, Saudi Jr. Gerber utility knife. Man, that Gerber utility knife, I remember you and I talking about that, Jason. I have the same one. I carried it the other day. Well, I carry it very often because I do use it for work. Let's see. David Dimepie says, I've been carrying my new Saudi Jr. in the custom case slip that I made for it. Dude, David, that thing was awesome, man. The color on that Saudi. Guys, if you guys don't know, so Dime Piece Custom Works, that's David. Um, y'all go check him out. Go check his channel out. The man has I give him props for trying new things. And he does leather slips, he does leather sheaths. He's been doing stock removal knives. I think he sent JC one, which was pretty cool. Um, I mean, you name it, this guy does it, and he just got a. I love the slip that he just made for this Saudi Junior that he got. I think it's the gray Crandall jig, Saudi Junior with a carbon steel blade. Um, it's pretty cool. So y'all go check Dime Piece out. Go check David out. I know he's trying to get to 500 subscribers, and he's gonna be doing a giveaway. So y'all go subscribe to David, and let's support each other for sure. Mike says, actually no, Seppi James says Benchmade Mini Griptilian and Roastcraft Awanada. Is that the Mexican blanket one that I saw today, James? How are you liking it? That's a cool little knife. Mike says Music City Leatherworks, 1981 case electrician. Mike Slips rule. Heck yeah, Mikey. That Mike guy is a joke. He's half decent, says Bladen Wells. Tony. MGCA slips and belt sheets are fantastic. Hey, thank you, Jason, for posting David's channel up there, man. Uh, David says, I got lucky from someone else's misfortune the other day. I found a 1990 Buck 112 on the ground at the store. It's pretty beat up. Should make a. Oh, dude, I've been looking. So I was talking to Bubba the other day because he was carrying. He's been carrying his 112 like a lot lately, and I'm like, dude, I have one, two, three, four, five or six 110s. Uh, bro, somebody's smoking weed out here. We're at a school, people. Maybe it's a skunk. I don't know. It's smelly. Whew. Um, but yeah, Bubba has been carrying his 112, and he was saying that it's one of his favorites to carry. And I like my 110, but it's big, man. Like sometimes, like I don't like the sheath, that like the buck sheath. So I did buy a large like leather slip, and usually that's how I carry it. Um, I do want to get a like a side draw for the 110, but I really want to try a 112 for sure. Um, but we'll see. I have some on eBay, and I've been getting what do you call it, offers and stuff. And I'm like, dude, why am I on eBay if I can't buy anything? A pancake sheath for the 110, yeah. Um, yeah, the MGCA name. Hey, I have two or three. One, two. I have three MGCA slips. I'm I'm lucky to have those for sure. Um, I do need to get a pancake sheath, but my thing is, I'm short. I'm like 5'4", 5'5" on a good day, and I mean it's just the 110 is a big knife. I like it because it's big, but it's big. If that makes any sense. Um, but I do want to get a 112. Hopefully 79, 80, or 80 to what is it, 84, whatever those, the 1980 ones. If I could get one of those, it'd be pretty cool. I have a 112 away at Butt getting a new blade in the reefer. Was that the one with a shorty blade, Mikey? Yeah, that definitely needed a new blade for sure. It's funny. I was watching. If you guys know Native Steve, he's out here in Texas too. He does. He's been absent for a little bit. He said he didn't have much content to Shorty Short Blade. Yeah, I remember that one, Mikey. um, but Native Steve, he found a Squire, a Buck Squire, like a limited edition one with like the case, the coin, um, and it had like the etching on the blade. But he wanted to carry it, but he didn't want to mess up the etching. So he called Buck and asked him if they could put a new blade, like a one without the etching. And he said that Buck told him, yeah, go ahead and send it. You know, you have to pay for the blade since it's not quote unquote warranty. But I think he said he paid like $20 and they put a 2025 blade on it. So now he's going to carry it. And they sent them back the brand new blade with the etching on it. Um, Mike says it had a blade delete. Dude, that blade was like this much. But um, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool from Buck. Like they put a brand new blade on his, and it was like a 2002, I think. Like what is it? The one of the anniversary, 75th anniversary, 50th anniversary. I don't know. I don't know how long Buck has been. Well, since the 70s, I guess. Um, but yeah, that was pretty cool. They sent them the original blade in case they told him in case you ever want to put it away, send it back. We'll put the original blade on it, and you know you don't have to mess it up. So, which I thought it was pretty cool. I'm like, I've never thought about that. I would have just used the knife, you know. But anyway, um, guys, I think I'm gonna get off of here because it's almost 5:30, and you don't want to make your wife wait. So she's about to get out. So thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for listening to my ramble today. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your Monday. I know it's late in the UK already. What is it? Like 11 o'clock? You guys are crazy. I'd be asleep. But anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome one. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.